Hi, welcome everyone. I would like to offer a few exercises, in particular for exercises to help us diminish our sleep from the point of view of unconsciousness and state of lost in daydreaming, identification, lost in the imaginary self. And this is primarily for the people that I'm working with in the fourth way circle of being. But at the same time, I know there are many people out there that are doing genuine, serious work using similar principles, either interested in the fourth way, non-duality, mindfulness, that you may benefit from it too. But in particular for the people they know me, we've been studying last time the operating of the intellectual center and how it operates when we are more unconscious and how it is meant to operate. And the exercises for the week that I recommend as alarm clocks are three. One exercise is to, as you are engaging with people, talking, having conversations, to observe the associative thinking, how this person says something and then it comes spontaneously in your mind, some thought to say this, to link it, and then just observe how it will start from one subject and then will make a left turn and then a right turn, a left turn, and then after 10 minutes you are somewhere very far. And simply observing that as it's happening, to observe your associative eye, as they say in the fourth way, arising, going into this lack of direction, and it's fine, talking to people as a chat or a friendly chat, it is interesting, but it's harmless. However, that's the nature of the intellectual center when we are more unconscious, that it is just embroiders and goes totally in associative, unfocused. And this spends a lot of our time doing that. And actually, this is just what happens internally when we are not remembering ourselves, we are not very present. Then this monkey mind daydreaming is just doing the same. As we see a tree, or we see a shop, or we see someone, there's association, commentary, judgment, remembering, rehashing. So this is happening. So the exercise is to observe that, and also if you can sometimes play with this exercise of swallowing the first I that comes along when, say, somebody is talking to you, and then catch yourself that something wants to say something, and see if you can refrain from saying that. Swallow that impulse wants to be said, and wait for the next one and say the next one. All of these are for purposes of bringing more self-consciousness to our mind and how it works, and to disrupt this unconscious, mechanical, automatic functioning of our intellectual center. Second exercise, which is very much connected to this one, is to go every day a minimum of 10 minutes when you are doing some moving center activity, kinetic motor center activity, which doesn't involve thinking, like driving or walking. And for 10 minutes, be very, very present. Be very present to the world outside, the sights and shapes and all of that, and aware of the inner world of energies in the body, and being aware of the outer world and the inner world in the present moment. If you can add this, you are aware of the clouds, the birds, the trees, and aware of the sense of oneself as being that which is aware of these things, which will be self-remembering. But the idea is to have this 10 minutes as you walk or drive, and to engage in this 10 minutes of stopping thoughts. And watch in particular for this labeling. They're seeing, oh, this is an oak tree, oh, this is what a beautiful flower. This tendency some of us have to really label and replace the reality of the thing with the concept of the thing, which is another wrong work of the intellectual center. So instead of being with the actual clouds, we are being with our narration, commentary, or labeling of that particular impression. So 10 minutes engaging in intense, active, conscious effort of being present to this outer world and the inner world, and not allowing yourself to go into daydreaming. And as soon as you catch yourself to notice and let go, come back to this being present to the inner world and outer world. And if it is within your reach, to not to lose yourself into these external impressions. We are very present to them, taking them in deeply, but you are not lost in it. So you are keeping this sense of one's own presence. Aware of yourself as you are aware of the world and the inner world, aware of yourself. And what is meant by self here is this being, that whatever it is which is aware, the I amness. 10 minutes every day, and then drop it. And the third exercise is whenever you are drinking water or coffee or any drink, to really be present to this from the beginning till end, of grabbing the bottle or the cup, not being in daydreaming or distracted, to be fully there. That's one important exercise from the fourth way, and way of living that is shared in Zen too. Whatever you are doing, be in it fully, being present to it, not somewhere else, some other time, distracted, being present to that drinking of the water and aware of yourself in the present moment at the same time, without going into daydreaming or imagination, as we call it in the fourth way. So just really being present there, opening the thing, look at it, smell it, drink it fully present, as if you are an alien and you've never drunk water before or coffee. If you have water, take a few gulps, but staying very present, taste this. Don't take it for granted. Being very present to drinking, that's the exercise. Being very present to drinking without allowing ourselves to be in somewhere else. So this is like a drinking, self-remembering practice. If you catch yourself that you've been checked out, you can even stop, slow down, do it again. Be there fully in it. When you drink, let's just be the drinking. Let's just being with the drinking and the taste. No past, no future. Also, another element you can add, without going into philosophy about it, but realize that this any liquid that we have, it actually comes from the clouds. Any water we have now is just water coming from the clouds. So there's water coming from outside of this planet. And just contemplate at least a few times on how it works, the interconnectable thing. We take this for granted, but we need this water, and we drink this water of life, out of which life arose, a few times a day, and realizing it comes from the clouds, and this is interconnectedness with all things, and all of this is happening by itself. We are not doing shit. We barely can be aware of it. It's not even interconnectedness. That's the thing. Some people say, oh, can you see the interconnectedness? It is actually like a one. It's a one organism. Just like in a cell, is the cell in my finger. It is not a cell that is connected to everything other cell. It's just one living body. The same way this planet and Mihai and the listeners, your cell in this universal body. And can contemplate on that, or at least sometimes as you're drinking, that this thing that we don't even know what this is, this water from the clouds comes in the body, comes from the outer world, inner world, and keeps us going. All right. Look forward to seeing you next, and feel free to ask any questions or share about this. See you.